Okay, so having no power has let me create this very spa-like environment here. So I'm sorry for the darkness, but at least I have Wi-Fi and I'm still able to teach today, which is good. And yeah, we've lost our power a lot lately. It seems crazy. But like we were saying at the beginning of class, we just need this year to be over. Okay, so let's just take a few moments here to settle into our practice. Just start to take some nice deep breaths. Let the chatter in the mind begin to quiet down. And this year especially, it's been really easy to focus on the negative because there seems to be so much of it. But if we can just create some thoughts in our own mind that are a little bit more positive, it will really help with the stress and the anxiety. So if we remember that stress and anxiety, I'll just use those two words to kind of cover those emotions. Those are created, those feelings, we feel them. They're vibrations in the body and we feel them because of our thoughts. So whatever we're thinking creates our feelings, and then whatever we're feeling inspires our actions. So if we're thinking about 2020 and the craziness and the madness of it all, it is really easy to get stressed and anxious. So we're going to take this next hour or so here to do two things. One, we're going to process those feelings of anxiety and stress simply by breathing, focusing on the breath, and moving the body with the breath, just to try to help move those vibrations around, to try to lessen the intensity and to process through those feelings. And then number two, we have to remember that our thoughts are telling the story, and we can just tell a different story. So I was listening to a podcast earlier today about if you label, this is just an example, if you label a relationship as difficult in your own mind, in your thoughts, then guess what? The relationship is going to be difficult. If we change our thoughts about that relationship, the relationship is powerful, it's intense, it's awesome. If we just kind of change the words, change the thoughts, we can change the reality, really, and change how we feel. So as we move through our practice today, try to cultivate some positive feelings. You can think about Thea's grandbaby. You can think about your own relationships that you have in your life that are super positive. You can think about how awesome it is to be able to move your body and be healthy and strong, at least for the moment, right now. So let's all commit to doing that today for the next hour. Process our stressful feelings by using your breath, feeling what you feel, trying to let go, and then trying to change the story of 2020 one thought at a time in your mind. Okay, that's my spiel. So let's hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock left to right. Again, that conscious, deep breath. You're inhaling through the nose and you're exhaling out of the mouth. And without even cultivating positive thoughts about 2020, just take your mind and focus on the body moving with breath. So as you inhale, just reach the legs up, reach the arms back, check in and notice what you're feeling. Where do you feel this in the body physically? The legs, the shoulders, the back. So checking into the physical self here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Let's take 3 more just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. Inhale, really create space for the breath to fill up in the lungs. Exhale, really empty, let go. One more time. Inhale and exhale. So we're just going to take the left foot down for a moment. We're going to interlace your hands behind your right thigh. So you can keep the knees soft, or you can push the leg straight so that the thigh presses into your hands. You can decide if you want to have the knee bent a little bit or the leg a little straighter. The left leg is going to go straight along the floor, and we're just going to point and flex the right foot. So feel what you feel when you flex that foot. Really reach the heel up and feel the stretch all the way down the back of the leg to the seat. And when you point, you feel it more on the front, maybe at the ankle and shin. And then making some circles. Feel the outside of the ankle and the foot, and then circles in the other direction. Just allow the blood to flow down the leg. Really good for circulation, really good for the hamstring here. Just slowly start to release. And then if you'd like to just lift your head off the floor and tuck the chin in towards your chest, you can. Relax the shoulders down. Maybe you slide the hands up the leg a little bit, but try to keep the elbows soft. As you draw your belly in and down, see if you can lift your left leg a few inches off the floor and flex the left foot. So pause here and breathe. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. Beautiful. Take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's drop the left leg to the floor. Hug the right knee into the chest. Bend your left knee so the left foot comes on the floor, and just come into a figure 4 here. So the right ankle is crossing over the left leg above the knee, and we're just going to reach for the back of your left thigh. So you can let the shape of your legs just sway left to right a little bit. And then pause over to the left and really draw the left knee in towards your left shoulder. Relax the face. Relax the neck and relax the shoulders. So as we release physical tension and tightness in the hip, try to let go of a stressful thought and soften a stressful feeling. Just by breathing. So for example, having my entire family home, so much more than they used to be home, is creating a lot of chaos in the house. The house is a disaster, like a bomb went off, and it's a lot of intensity. So I could complain about that and think that it's horrible, or I could think, normally my husband is gone from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. My kids are gone from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I barely ever even get to see them. So how lucky am I now to have this special time with everybody home? Same story, same facts, but just a different way to look at it. Take a full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's release. We're going to let both feet come down to the floor. Feet are mat width apart. Arms can just relax by your sides, a little bit out to the sides, and then just windshield wiper your legs left to right. Really opening up and lengthening your low back. Keeping your breath flowing deep and with ease. Keeping it smooth and fluid. And then coming back to center here. Feet are going to get a little bit closer together, and then you're just going to draw the left knee into the chest and then reach for the back of the left thigh and reach your left foot up towards the ceiling. Knee can be bent or leg can go straighter. It's up to you. We're going to take the right leg straight along the floor and then really point and flex the foot. So it's easy just kind of move it around, but really bring the foot back when you flex. Feel the whole back of the leg. And then gently point and feel the front. So back and forth. Just feel what you feel through the leg. And then you can make some circles with the ankle in one direction and then the other. Often we spend a lot of time on our feet, even when we just take walks, so it's nice to allow the foot to have some nice movement here. Good circulation in the legs by having the blood flowing down. And then with a flexed left foot, you're going to lift the head off the floor. Now, if this is super uncomfortable, then you don't have to. You can keep the head down. If the head's lifted, tuck the chin, draw the belly down, elbows are soft, and maybe walk your hands a little higher up that left leg. Trying to keep the elbows a little bit soft. And then you can flex your right foot and maybe lift the right foot off the floor a little bit. If you're feeling tension in the neck, then just tuck the chin. Let the shoulders draw down. Be able to breathe deeply. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly relax. Let the right foot come down. We're going to have the left knee into the chest. And then the right foot comes onto the floor to prepare for figure four. So the left ankle crosses over the right leg, and we're going to reach for the back of the right thigh. Gentle sway left to right, and then a pause over to the right, and then completely relax the left hip. Another thing that I find super helpful for 2020 is to set little goals for yourself. It could be a goal for the day, it could be a goal for the week. So for example, for me, I've kind of tackled a lot of things at once. I am having no gluten, no dairy, no alcohol, and I'm trying to take 3 walks a day. That's a little goal I'm setting for myself. I'm going to see if I can do it and how it makes me feel. It's just nice to have a positive direction to focus some of this energy. So when I'm feeling stressed or anxious or overwhelmed with what's going on, I think about my own goal and what I can do at that moment to accomplish it. Maybe it's to go have a healthy snack, maybe it's to go for a walk or go to the grocery store to get the food to prepare a healthy meal. So just little goals. Take a deep breath in and then hold yourself accountable. If you mess up and you have a bagel or a donut, it's okay. Keep going. Full breath in, and then a full breath out. The right foot comes down to the floor, left foot comes down to the floor, mat width apart, arms relax to the sides, and then gently sway the legs left to right. Maybe go a little deeper so you can let your whole back just reach and stretch away. You're opening up the whole front of the body as well. The tops of the thighs get a nice stretch through the hips and low back. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, we'll bring the legs back to center. We'll hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll rock left to right a little bit and then roll to one side and use your top hand to press yourself up, and we'll come to seated. So once you come to seated, we're just going to bring the soles of your feet together and have a nice big diamond. So the soles of the feet come together, and maybe you rock left to right a little bit just to kind of lift each hip and each side of the seat so that you can really ground down on the bones. So you're grounding down on the bones, the sits bones. Tailbone is down, crown of the head is up, shoulders are relaxed down and back. And then just take a moment here to sit with the eyes closed. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out of the mouth. We'll take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, just drop the chin down. Shoulders are down. You're getting a little stretch in the back of the neck. And then you're just going to roll your left ear to your left shoulder. So let that left ear draw over to the left shoulder. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, drop the head to the center and then roll your right ear to your right shoulder. And then just move a few times like that with your breath. So the breath, as you inhale, you roll to one side. Exhale, let the head come down. Inhale, roll to the other. Lean the head back. Getting really nice movement in the neck. A lot of us carry tension in the neck and maybe don't even know it. And then when you come back to center, we're just going to lift the head. Take one full breath in with the arms. Reach all the way up. And then separate the hands so that it's like you're holding on to a giant beach ball overhead. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, you're just going to hinge forward as if you're trying to hand the person in front of you that ball. Really reach, lengthen. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, completely melt down over your legs. Close the eyes. Relax the shoulders. Lengthen through the spine. Try to relax the low back. Feel open in the hips. And deep, exaggerated breaths. So really in through the nose and out of the mouth. Take one more really full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, draw the belly in, slowly make your way up. And then once you're sitting nice and tall, just take your right hand, reach across to the outside of your left knee. Take your left hand, just reach it behind you, tenting the fingertips. And then just take a gentle twist to the left. So just a gentle twist, turning to the left, lengthening. This is really good for digestion, really good for the spinal fluid to move. Nothing forced, not going too far. If anything hurts, then just back off a little bit. And then just taking your left arm up and side, lean over to the right. Opening up the side body, opening up the rib cage. Good. And then we'll come back to center. Let your left arm stack on top of the right arm. Bring the backs of the hands together if you can, or the palms together. Reach the fingertips up, shoulders down, elbows forward. And then any movement you'd like to make. Maybe you sway the whole shape of your arms left to right a little bit. So this is getting deep into the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Good. Maybe you go up and down a little bit, seeing how that feels. A lot of us carry tension in the upper back and shoulders, so just working through those areas. And then once you come back to center, take a full breath in, and then exhale, release the arms, reach them up overhead. We're going to take the right hand behind you, left hand reaches across to the opposite knee. Sit up nice and tall, and then just a gentle twist to the right. So it does not have to be too deep. Think about lengthening the spine, kind of wringing out your internal organs around the belly. Just kind of giving your internal organs a little massage from the inside out. On your next breath in, take your right hand, reach it up and side lean over to the left. Really nice way to condition the lungs here. Opening up through the rib cage, breathing really deep to full lung capacity. So that full breath in and the full breath out. On your next inhale, come on back up to center. Let your right arm stack on top of your left arm as you come back to center. We'll bring the backs of the hands together or the palms. And then again, lifting the hands, relaxing the shoulders, elbows push forward a little bit, and then any little movement that feels good. Left to right with the shape of your arms. Good. Up and down if you'd like. Really think about relaxing the shoulders, opening up the space between the shoulder blades. Take a deep, full breath in. And then as you exhale, release the arms, shake them out a little bit, and then we're going to make our way onto hands and knees. So if you'd like to put something underneath your knees for a little added support, feel free. Folded blanket or towel so that the knees are feeling good. Wrists are going to come underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. So as we breathe in, you're going to hinge forward a little bit. So just about 2 inches, you're just going to rock your hips and your crown of the head forward. And then slowly as you breathe out, you're going to rotate around to the right and down towards your seat. Your hips go down towards your heels. And then on your inhale, start to round over to the left and back. So it's like your eyes are following the numbers on a clock. So just continue to breathe. Don't worry if your breath doesn't match any movement. Just round and around clockwise. We'll do 3 times, nice and slow, getting movement in the shoulders, hips and back, all the way around like a clock. And then once you come back to center, we'll go 3 times counterclockwise. So just around, making this movement big and slow. One more time to the left. Just using your breath to continue to move. And then we're going to come back to center here. From center, We're going to come down onto forearms. So your forearms are down on the floor. They're parallel to each other, and the hands are relaxed. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears, so they're pulling back. You're going to step one foot back and then the other. If you can't stay here, then drop the knees and let the tops of the feet press down. If you can be here with the knees lifted, draw the belly in, open up the space between your shoulder blades, and create space between your shoulders and your ears. Full breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Try to draw your belly so that the belly button is trying to reach towards your low ribs. And you're trying to reach your low back about an inch higher by just drawing the belly in. Continue to breathe. You got this. You can drop the knees if you want to. That's another little goal of mine, is to get a little stronger. So maybe holding these poses a little bit longer than I normally do, just to find that challenge and set that goal. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's drop the knees. Walk the hips back. Let your arms reach way out in front. Drop the forehead for child's pose. Really lengthen through the arms. Lengthen through the spine. Ground down through your forehead, letting your forehead touch the floor or your stacked hands or fists. So when you have that space right in the center of your forehead grounded down, it's a really nice way to get emotionally grounded as well, to help quiet the mind. Stay focused on what we're doing. Quieting the chatter. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then let's slowly come back up. We're going to come on to hands and knees. So once we're on hands and knees, you're going to take your left foot straight back, toes are down on the floor, belly draws in, right hand is going to reach towards the front of the room. If you can, we're going to lift the left leg. Notice the arch in your low back. Now pull the belly in and up to get rid of that arch. Turn your left pinky toe in a little bit as that foot is flexed, and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Find that steady breath. Building a lot of inner strength here. Working on the bones and balance. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down. Right foot finds the floor behind you. Pivot your right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot. The left hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling. So this is one of those poses that you can just stay comfortable in, or you can try to push yourself to be a little bit of discomfort, but to see how strong you are. So if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, you can lift your left foot. If you want to go even deeper, you can scoot your right foot under the left so that the arches of your feet are stacked. If you think you can go deeper, you can lift your left leg off your right leg. Breathe deeply. Hips are lifted. Belly is in strong. Find that easy breath. It's not easy. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Come on back to hands and knees. Pause. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Head can drop down, and the backs of your hands can rest by your ankles. So don't worry about that last pose we were just in. You can put your body in any shape throughout the practice, and then you can make the decision to either connect to the pose, release tension and stress, and be able to breathe. Maybe you want to challenge yourself and go a little deeper and a little stronger, but you don't have to. You just put your body in a shape and breathe. Take one more full breath in, and then as you come back to tabletop, wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. We'll take the right foot straight back, toes starting down. Left hand is going to reach towards the front of the room. Belly pulls in as you lift that right leg. If you feel your belly come down, then just pull the navel in. Nice and strong here. Relax the shoulders. Back foot is flexed. Turn your pinky toe in and down a little bit. Stay engaged, stay connected, and be able to breathe with ease. Take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right toes find the floor behind you. We'll pivot the left foot off of the mat, roll to the arch of the right foot. As you reach your right hand up towards the ceiling, hips are lifted, back is drawn in so it's strong. If you want to lift your right leg, you can. If you want to stack your feet, you can. And if you'd like to try to lift your right leg off the left, you can. You don't have to. One side might not be as strong as the other. That's okay. This is definitely my harder side. So try to breathe. Stay focused. Smile a little bit, especially if you're trying something hard or new. And then when you're ready, come on back. Child's pose. Hips sink down. Arms relaxed. Forehead down. Again, just notice that pose and how it makes you feel. And if it makes you feel frustrated or not strong, you can change that. Change your thoughts about that pose. That pose is super hard. I don't think I ever want to do that. Or that's something I really want to work towards. So just change what your thoughts are and see if you can feel good about yourself. That's the goal. We want to feel good. It sounds pretty easy. Okay, we're going to come up onto hands and knees here. You're going to walk your hands to your knees. You're going to roll to your bottoms of the feet as you lift your knees, and you're going to hang in a forward bend. Your belly is resting on your thighs so that the knees are bent. Head is hanging down. And then we're slowly going to take the hands and walk them up the legs to come up to stand. So I'm just going to adjust my cameras slightly. Take your time to come up to stand. just want to adjust this so you can see my head. Make sure my head is not cut off. Okay. I think that's okay. Okay, so once you come to stand, let your feet be grounded down on the floor, about hip width apart. We're just going to take 3 breaths. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, arms come out and down. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, out and down. One more time. Inhale, arms reach out and up. And exhale, arms come out and down. Okay, so we're going to ground down into the right foot. You're going to let your left toes come to the floor in front of you. Hands can just come down by your sides, and you're going to close the eyes. So close the eyes. Notice what you're feeling. Notice how you're feeling. Try to find that focus on right here and right now. With a soft right knee and a grounded right foot, you're going to play around with lifting the left foot with your eyes closed. So just play around with it. See how it feels. If that's too hard, you can always open the eyes and just have your gaze down on something in front of you that's not moving. But challenge yourself a little bit. See if you can find balance with the eyes closed by just focusing on what you can feel, not what you can see. And then let's slowly bring that foot down. Shake out your standing foot. Left foot's going to ground down on the floor. Right toes come out in front. Soft left knee. Belly in strong. Eyes are closed. What can you focus on? Maybe the skin on the bottom of your left foot. Maybe the engagement in your core. Maybe what your breath feels like coming in and out. See if you can lift that right foot and find balance. If it keeps coming down to the floor, that's okay. This is a practice. We're just practicing. We're just seeking balance. Not everybody has a perfectly balanced life. We're all trying to get that. Spending enough time on your work, spending enough time with your family, spending enough time for self-love and self-care. It's hard to find that balance. So we're just practicing the physical practice of balance to help make that connection. All right, let's drop that right foot down, shake out the left. Okay. So now with your left foot grounded down, you're going to turn your right foot out and prepare for tree pose. Eyes are open. So pick a spot in front of you that's not moving. Maybe you can lift the right foot and place it on the standing leg, not on a joint. So not on the ankle and not on the knee. You can do the calf or you can do the inner thigh. So just pick a spot. Feel your foot pressing into the leg. Feel your leg pushing into the foot. Hips are even, belly is drawn in and up. You can have your hands at your heart center. And then once you're feeling balanced, you can take your hands up overhead. Soft eyes, easy breath. Maybe you take your gaze up to the ceiling. And then if you want to try, you can try to close your eyes, but just be prepared that you might come out of the pose. And then slowly hands come back to center. We'll drop that right foot down and shake out the left. Maybe point and flex the foot, make some circles with the ankles. Okay, right foot grounding down. Left foot opens to the side. Belly is in strong. You can always keep the toes down. You don't have to lift the foot. But maybe you find a place along your standing leg that's not a joint. Belly in. Relaxed face. Hands can be at the heart. They can be up overhead. So remember, if you visualize a tree, it's not totally still. There's movement. It's okay to move in and out of balance. If you want to take your gaze upward, you can. You can try that. And being wobbly is okay. Just try and figure it all out. And each day is different. It's like you're doing this pose for the first time. And then we'll bring the hands back to your heart. We'll bring the left foot down. We're going to come to stand at the front of your mat. And we're going to take a few mini sun salutations. They're modified just to allow the body to move with breath, to keep the blood and the breath flowing. So we're just going to move with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, soft knees, just dive forward, nice and slow. Hands either reaching the floor with bent knees or they can land on blocks. Inhale, you're going to come halfway up. Hands are going to come onto the shins or the thighs. And then exhale, soft knees, fold back down. Inhale, slowly push the feet down as you make your way back up. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold down over your legs, bend the knees. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, roll all the way up. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands to the heart. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Move with me here. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, float down to the floor with your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor with bent knees. Step the right foot back, drop the knee. Left foot back, drop the knee. Pause here on hands and knees. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the chin round the back. 3 more, just like that. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Cow pose, drop the belly. And cat pose, arch the back. Come back to neutral. We're going to send both feet to the right. Roll down onto your left hip. We're going to send the legs around to the front and then make your way back down onto your back. Once you come onto your back, gently hug the knees into your chest. Rocking left to right a little bit. Letting the low back ground down into the floor. take the feet down to the floor. Feet are going to go mat width apart. Arms reach away from each other. And then you're just going to gently let your legs drop over to the right. Turn your head over your left shoulder. Pause here and breathe. Lengthen through the back. Lengthen through the belly. Relax through the face. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. Let the legs drop over to the left. Relax through the back. Breathe deeply. Soft muscles in the face. On your next exhale, let's bring the legs back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Excuse me. Rock left to right. And then we'll come into happy baby pose or modified. So knees can go wide. You can hold on under the knees. You can lift the feet and flex them. Or you can hold on to the outside of the feet. Pause here, release any last bit of tightness or tension in your hips, in your low back, and in the shoulders. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, let's slowly let the feet come down. And we'll find Shavasana, final relaxation pose. So be comfortable. Use any props that you need for support. Close the eyes. Let the back of your body completely relax, like you're melting into the mat. And let the front of the body feel light as you breathe with ease. So as you lay in Shavasana, letting the body relax and process through your practice, I'd like you to bring to your mind's eye, the front of your mind, a thought that you have about something or someone that is difficult. So it can be a relationship that you have with someone. It can be something that's going on in the world or at your job, or something that you yourself are struggling with, like losing weight or drinking less. So just anything that you're going through right now that feels difficult, that you think is difficult. And then when you think about that thing, notice what you feel. See if you can identify a word that describes what you're feeling when you have that thought. See if you can feel that in the body and see where you feel it. deeply breathe to try to soften the intensity of that feeling. Now I'd like you to think about that same situation, that same relationship, that same event, that same circumstance, and think a different thought, a more positive thought. What can you think about that same situation that would create a much better feeling? Identify that feeling. Notice what that feeling feels like and where in the body you feel that. And just breathe. So for most situations in your life, you should be able to do that little exercise and just kind of change the story, change your thoughts, change the narrative, and that will really help create more positive thoughts and feelings, which will result in more positive actions. And those actions will help you reach your goals, to be your best self. And to love yourself. So slowly start to bring some small movements into the body. You can move your hands, you can move your feet. Move slowly and gently. And then taking your time, you can slowly transition the body up to seated. And then once you come to sit, you can bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.